Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Bringing it back. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will come out first. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Kentucky right back to the line.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Caught in the backfield. It's Abraham. Nice move. Creates some space. Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season? Now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Jefferson. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. To the air on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Kentucky going quickly. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on the 3rd.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got room to work. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. A lot of urgency for this offense. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He's up to 51 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Waddle. Got it set up on the outside. Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun. Touchdown, Wildcats! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's caught downfield. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Here's an example of bend but don't break defense. And yeah, they've given up some yards on this drive, but after that big sack, they've now set up 3rd and long, and now they've got an opportunity to finally get off the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. Whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Florida!
And sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Kentucky right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Waddle. Moving away from pressure. He's turning it loose into the middle. He's got it for a big play. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he loses the football. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Man, there is nothing more deflating when I'm a defensive player. I just got a great stop. The offense is about to get the football back, and then we cough it up on special teams. And guess what? I got to get my helmet on and go right back out there, and I got to get another stop.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Looking to throw again. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Touch pass on the right. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Waddle. He's going to take off.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He'll keep it himself. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game, so turning it on. He's inside the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive firing. Caught over the middle. It's Mayer. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? I got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
The Gators send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Kentucky going quickly. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. And he got smacked just... At least the pass, it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it.
defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Knocked down in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down, and they don't have to run another play here if they don't want to. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Fights off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Waddle. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he slides after picking up the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone. Pulls it in down the sideline. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Latham. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gators will call on their punt team. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Pulls it and fires to the left. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First down here for the offense. They'll pull it on the read. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Not finding any running room. Nothing that loss is going to give back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's third down. To throw, it's Latham. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll run it. There he goes. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. There's the pressure. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking downfield on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Latham. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Gators will punt this one away. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball.
He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Quick pass on the jet motion. Finding an escape route. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Rivera. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Waddle. Makes the grab. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Rivera. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Rush is on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Gators decide to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Kentucky going quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
He's got an open man, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Back to the ground game on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking to throw, it's Latham. Lofts one deep down the right side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The running back has it. Makes a man miss. Breaks into the open.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Kentucky! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Florida Atlantic pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Owls were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Well, there's something to be said for knowing on offense when the play is over. That guy didn't know that. That's a huge loss, and now they're right back to the line of scrimmage trying to go fast.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. Spins away from the defender. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Rivera. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The handoff keeps working on that clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You've got great field position. You're in a great position to salt the...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. The play-action fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gators line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. grabbed in the backfield. It's Rivera. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Now, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return. And then, man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
Great place to start for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Wildcats want to move quickly. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal. They are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch.
Turning it on! And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's the handoff. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Give to the running back. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, Everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off.